we are having a few little difficulties here right now, and I'm thinking I'm probably live and don't even know it. So I am going to open up another window on Facebook and find out whether or not we're actually going live. So it seems absolutely fit that as soon as Jay's not here, everything flows up. But I'd like to reassure you that we will, in a few moments, be going live. And we will have Stacey here for you so that you can ask her all sorts of questions and find out all sorts of fun things that are going on with her right now. And as soon as I find the right page, okay, we are live. This is fantastic and awesome. Now I just got to go and find Stacey. We'll be doing awesomely. And for those of you who are here joining me live, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And want you to be able to go to the main page. So if you go to like Jay Facette and click on the actual broadcast, you will be able to make comments and all sorts of things on the side. Let me know that you're there. That'd be great. Okay. And I'm just, again, making sure that everything, all systems are set up. And Jay always has his fancy schmancy little video playing here. And of course, I have no idea how to make that happen. But I'm going to try. We'll see. Let's go play the games. There we go. Hey, Annie, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good. We are live, babe.
I see that. Yeah.
The fun of it all. So, how you doing?
I am doing well. Mercury having been in retrograde has been an interesting thing.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Is that what? I'm trying to watch if my camera is doing weird stuff. Yeah. Mercury messes with technology and communication.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's doing a fine job, I must say.
It was in retrograde this last week, and along with 7 other planets being in weird alignment, from what I understand. That's what my friends who do that kind of thing tell me.
Okay. Well, I will take their word for it.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm taking their word for it.
Awesome. So I have yet to be able to figure out how to get StreamYard to behave the same way that it behaves for Jay. It seems to become a completely different animal when I get in here than when he's in here. It's like he gets little video clips, all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm going to see if I can play this video clip, and we will start. Yay, did it! Yay! Okay, so I am here today with Stacy Braiuca, and we are going to do some done for you stuff. It's going to be awesome and amazing. So, Stacy, if you would give us the 5,000-foot view, who you are, what you do, and all that kind of fun stuff.
5,000-foot view. My name is Stacy Braiuca, and actually today I am going to, this is the first time the public is hearing of Done For You Concierge, which is an overview of a variety of things we do. Done For You Summits, Done For You. It's a combination of Done For You Summits, which is my thing, a previous thing, and Services For You by Paula Allen. And we are coming together as Done For You Concierge to help thought leaders hire us to help put on online events, summits, giveaways, challenges, and help increase their leads by doing all of those fun things. So we're basically your technology backstage.
Oh, that's super fun. Because
brand new. That particular piece is brand new.
I love it. So what made you guys come up with this idea?
Previous to putting our forces together in that, I have been working on Done For You Summits for the last year. But let me go back even a little farther than that. Since 2001, my dream was to put on online virtual continuing education credits for social workers, because those of you who might not know, I'm a clinical social worker by previous profession. And I I wanted to be able to put on online. I knew the technology was there, but apparently reality and other things hadn't caught up with it yet. So flash forward to last year, and the technology for summits came about, even to the forefront, really. And I got a hold of some of that software and started working on actually doing what I've been playing with and wanting to do for years, is putting my events and education knowledge together to be able to put out training and summits and events for people. We had the Empowered Women Summit in November, which was 38 speakers, each with 2 sessions each. So 70 some sessions of empowered women thing. And that's going to actually be coming back. It won't be in November this time. It's probably going to move to around February. But, and my friend Paula Allen is an online business manager who has a VA agency called Services for You. She still has that service. We still do Done For You summits, but it is now combining forces and called Done For You Concierge.
Nice. So back up the bus just a little bit, because I don't know if everybody that's listening knows what a summit is. And I know some people that do know what summits are still get confused by that.
Right.
What is a summit, and how do you get involved in that?
So for a summit specifically, it is a group of people that come together to do online presentations through usually it's a 1, 3, or 5 day event where they do live or recorded presentations about their magic trick, about their secret sauce, about whatever it is they do. And usually they have an offer at the end, which is what the lead magnet piece is. So, you have 7 or 8 people each giving something away to the audience, both in value of that presentation and with a value offer at the end for people to sign up usually on their email lists. And whoever hosts that also then gets those leads into their email list. So what I call it is a way to all of the speakers cross-pollinate their leads. So everybody puts in their value, everybody gets out value, and you can also sell tickets to the event or not. Basically, my description is, if you have seen one online summit, you've seen just that, one online summit, because they do vary. And that's one of the things that we value, is the diversity and the ability to put that customization, that personalization around the host and the speakers of that particular summit.
Nice. And I know that there is a ton of IT in the background for all of the things that have to happen there. I mean, there's the landing pages, and there's the opt-ins, and then there's forms, and there's coordinating schedules, and what else am I missing?
Programs. Because that's another thing, you can do affiliate programs, you can do swag boxes, you can do swag boxes, you can do swag boxes, you could do a bot connected to a summit. Like I said, live, do you do your sessions or your things, do you do it live interview style, just like we're on right now? Or do you record it interview style like we're on right now? Or do you have the speaker do their own live or recorded? There's lots of little decisions along the way that it takes to put on an event like that.
Well, and I assume there's a ton of strategy involved in it as well, depending on what somebody's trying to accomplish and what they're trying to do.
Definitely.
So in the kind of speakers world, if you will, it's pretty commonplace. So it's kind of like having a multi-speaker event, but you do it online. And for those who aren't speakers, what other kind of businesses might be involved in doing the getting involved in the services that you have, not just necessarily the summit?
So I like to look at it as a stair step about the services. And so if I go up the stair step and then give who might be involved in those things. Yeah. So you've heard of 5-day challenges. That could be something that you do. So a 5-day challenge could be an entrepreneur. But it even really could be an organization who wants to get the word out about themselves. They could do a 5-day challenge about the 5 pieces of mental health first aid. So I'll give that as an example because mental health first aid is something dear to my heart and that I've been involved in before. It involves 5 pieces. So that could be a great, instead of a challenge, it'd be a 5-day informational event. Let's go up the ladder to the next thing, which would be like a giveaway. So entrepreneurs could do giveaways, but you could also do a giveaway of different pieces of trying to think, even corporations. So we work with individuals, informal groups of people, agencies, both public and not-for-profit, and work with them on those events. So many of you maybe have been involved in a giveaway event. Then you have summits and then online conferences. And when I describe a conference, that would be something more like a CEU event, a continuing education units event for professions like social workers, public health folks, early childhood education people, different professional groups that require continuing education credits in order to maintain their license. Could be large corporations who want to train their staff or groups of people about different topical issues inside their realm. And it could include continuing education or not. Since obviously we're seeing many types of events come online, and that's not going to end once we're back to live in-person events. We're going to have some form of hybrid of that forever.
That brings up an awesome point, because I've been talking to a lot of people actually about that, and it does seem to me not only that whether or not the governments allow us to have bigger venues and a lot more people together, a lot of people just don't want to participate in them. And they're like, well, hey, if I don't have to fly all the way around the world and take 2 days to recover and get jet lag and all that, and actually tune out because I'm not 100% cognizantly there. So do you think that that people are going to be able to have both options along the way? Is that going to be why do you think that's going to be prolific?
Yeah, definitely foresee that. Number one, it's not, I think we're finding out as a society that this virtual online world right now, many people have been thrust into it without not necessarily by choice, by personal choice. They've been thrust into it because this is the way we're surviving in a business world, or in a many people I know do online therapy, and that's very new to them. They've been thrust into this online world. Well, as they get used to it, we're also, I think, businesses, especially progressive, forward-thinking businesses, who weren't necessarily involved in technology before, are coming to the realization, or may come to the realization, of how much their overhead is different when they have an online event versus an in-person event. Not to mention the potential travel, not just travel expenses, but time for travel. So you could literally attend an event that is based out of Calgary, Canada, and attend then for 2 days, and then attend an event that's based out of California the next 2 days, and then another event in Kansas City 2 days after that. You can attend events that are based in different places and not have to physically travel back and forth. So you could literally attend more events in less time. But I also see that, when we do have those live those in-person events, I keep saying live, and I'm correcting myself, because really I think the word live, we need to now say in person or not in person. That those in-person events, we can have the online experience and the in-person experience at the same time. Because why not? Why can't we broadcast from an in-person venue to the people who can't physically attend, whether it's by schedule or by physical choice? Maybe it's even physically disabling, not to and disabling to travel a distance. Or what if it's just even adding more of an audience because you can reach the entire globe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is, it has its own ramifications, both for business and for, getting messages across. People are meeting each other who would never have met before
Oh,
because
absolutely.
of this. And it's not that the technology hasn't been available. That's why I said the reality finally caught up with my dream, because the technology was available 19 years ago, but
Mhm.
it wasn't accessible to everyone. And I could see what was coming. I didn't realize that until now, that I was seeing what was coming. I just knew that I could see it and that I wanted to do it. Flash forward now, reality has, caught up greatly. We have even more tools to do this now. And society has finally caught up with that as well, to realize what we can potentially do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
Mhm.
know it's a huge resistance to it because I've been attending and doing classes where we've had live stream at the same time as doing a live event.
Mhm.
That's been happening for years and years, and a lot
Yeah.
of people weren't open to it because they just felt like you weren't getting that same community environment. And what I've
Mhm.
found is that people are starting to open up to it and go, "Oh my god, it was actually better going online because you have the ability to have breakouts and all sorts of things
Mhm.
that you don't get that sense of community necessarily in a live event because people don't want to break into conversation or whatever.
Mhm.
Whereas online, they tend to be a little more open to just sitting there and eavesdropping on somebody else and then jumping in.
And I think you bring up a really good point, because it also, I know that some events that I have been in lately, events where people would not have, like you said, would not have, maybe an introvert who would have stayed sitting in the corner in an in-person room.
Mhm,
If they are put into a breakout room, a smaller, intimate group of people, but yet people they would not have walked over and sat with
mhm,
in a venue. And all of a sudden they're in a room with them, and they've seen them there, and eavesdropped on them, and maybe built a little bit of interest in meeting that person. Then they go into this smaller room and they get to build a quick rapport, and find out that you're meeting people that you would not have met, literally, and not have met, not just because physically you aren't in the same location, but
mhm.
because you might not have walked over to that table because, whatever reason, and you could even meet them and talk to them without having your camera on. If you are,
Yeah.
if that's the part, that if that's what's hard for you,
Mm,
because, so I think it's the accessibility, um increases. The things that have increased in accessibility are just exploding
mhm.
in the space right now.
Well, and you and I both know, and some of the people watching this will know that the last JV Live experience was phenomenal because of that online component. Like everybody was kind of uncertain as to how it was going to go,
Mhm.
and we wanted to make sure that we were having as much participation, as much fun as possible. Which Jay and Krista did a phenomenal job
Oh,
of
of course, yes.
gamifying the whole event. That was super fun,
It was such
and
a
just
fun event.
it was a
All the way
blast.
around, and people were having fun in the chat, people were having fun in the breakout rooms, people were having fun, um, in the Facebook group, later, and people are still talking about it. People are still talking about it right and left, and I'll give you a hint. The name Done For You Concierge
Mhm.
literally was born at that event, because
'Cause you did a phenomenal
I was
job of
talking to
the
someone
IT
about what
behind.
it was I was doing that weekend, which is a part of the service that we provide for events,
Mhm,
which was a social media engagement, service. So
mhm.
that's a little piece of what we totally do. And I was trying to name it, and somebody says, "Well, what about concierge?" And so I got the domain name Done For You Concierge to go along with my brand of done for you things. And then I decided about a week later, no, I really didn't want to put that just as the service. Literally last week, we're talking, and we're like, we want something to umbrella all of these things that we're doing.
Mhm.
And Done For You Concierge is the umbrella. And it's literally a newborn baby, altogether. It's the combination of forces, like I said, between my dear friend Paula Allen and myself, and the things that we both do. And I actually didn't even say anything to her about bringing it up today, but the timing was right. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, like I said, I know that there was a ton of stuff that you did behind the scenes that none of us could have had the foresight to know was going to be necessary. So,
And I number one had a blast doing it, and number two, I knew when I was asked about doing something, I knew what I was going to do, but apparently,
none of us
didn't
knew.
articulate it quite well to Jay of what I thought I was going to do, and so I went ahead and just did my thing, and he found out by watching, and I think everyone did what it was. I mean, when I say let me work at the event, or that I will work, or
Love
you
it.
hire me to work at that event, whatever the arrangement is. And I actually I did the same thing for Virginia Muskie's Rev Up Your Referrals event, or referral bootcamp event, a couple weeks ago. Now it's a couple weeks later, and we had just as much fun. We did the same things, and that is one of my favorite things to do. But you're right. People don't realize what it takes behind the scenes.
Absolutely. And we're in the industry and we don't understand.
Right. Well, behind the scenes is you've got people, you could have people running, because your social engagement is key to any event, whether you're in person or whether you're online. And that engagement online looks very different, and you have to manage it differently. Things like breakout rooms, things like additional Zoom rooms, not just so what we're talking about now is not necessarily a summit. It was a live event, which is, another type of event that we obviously do work with, that take an incredibly large team. JVology knows that, I think, best, with the audio visual team there at the site, the security team behind me. That's I know that Jay has his own security team, so her clue, it takes making sure what's going on in the background, not only in the room of the event itself, but in the room, in the coaching zone had a room, and you could have a help desk, a help center room, and an exhibit hall rooms. There are lots of different pieces and parts, and all of those things have to be coordinated. People need to be trained. People need to learn how to set them up, how to set up their video rooms so that those work, or how to even just helping your audience know how to interact with you in the Zoom room, how to go from that Zoom room to another room and then come back again, how to engage because a Zoom chat doesn't traditionally get saved the same way as, say, a Facebook group. How to engage between that Zoom chat and the Facebook chat is part of what we were, doing. But it was also helping the audience learn where the information was, and also being able to give the audience direct links to what they need.
Right. So it's a lot of people don't realize that if you're going to do any live event that you would do, whether it's a conference show, a trade show, anything, you want to be able to set up that exact experience, if you will, or those same rooms, except for virtually. So it's a different way of thinking about it. And then once you've wrapped your head around it, doesn't mean that your audience members have wrapped their head around it. And you need somebody like Stacey and their team to be able to communicate to them in a way that they see fit, not the way you see fit, that they're actually getting the information. Because there were emails going out and there were texts going out, and they're still like, I don't know how to do this. So you answer them wherever the questions come in.
Yeah.
But like, you were all over the place. I don't know how you did that. You were everywhere.
Well, how I personally did it was 7 devices that are still in front of me at the moment. Actually, it was 6 devices at the time. Now there's a 7th. 7 devices, all running a very, very high internet speed, and the coaching room on one device, the regular room on another, the Facebook group on another. So it literally does look like mission control in my office. But that's for me providing it by myself, which I will have to say, was kind of exhausting.
I would think so.
Do it
I would think
myself. I guarantee that going forward, Stacey is training a team to be her right and left hand so that it's three of us providing it and being able to work together, because you do have to, it does take a village to, it takes a village to raise it, to help a J.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
that's it. It
And
takes
so
a
that's my
village to
point
help
is,
a J.
yeah, absolutely it does. So my point is,
Sorry,
if
Jay,
somebody
love you.
hasn't done online events before, they may not realize how much work it is behind the scene to be able to make everything tick. And even those of us who are in the industry and have been doing it like you are still going, wow, there's a lot to that. And there's a lot more that could be done in order to have a smooth event. I mean, to me, it was kind of like throwing a wedding, in that there were so many moving parts in the background, and you had to make sure all attention was there. It's like, don't look at us, don't look behind the curtain.
Yeah. Just look at the bride and groom, or the groom and groom, or bride and bride, or whatever. Just look at the couple. Just watch Jay. Yep. Just watch everybody. Exactly. Just watch Jay, and then making sure Jay announced to everyone every once in a while, hey, here's the such and such link, or hey, Stacey, can you do whatever? I would have my camera down like this, and or whatever, and not, I wouldn't be on camera, and I would unmute myself and say, hey, Jay, and like, so it was like the
voice of God,
the voice of the God. Yeah, voice of God. I played the voice of God for 3 days, because I definitely am not a creator. But I, that was, it was interesting.
Our joke, not hers.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hilarious. So if people are interested in getting a hold of you and doing more stuff, how do they do that?
They could email me at Stacy@doneforyouconcierge.com.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So now I am going to bestow your assistance. Hey, look at that. We got people on the line, and I actually figured out how to do that. So give me that one again. Where did I go into?
For email?
Stacey?
Oh, StacyBraiuca.com.
Yep.
Is my website. And it doesn't have the information specifically for Done For You Concierge there yet. It does have a link to a podcast I was on, and you can listen to that podcast right there. Stacy@doneforyouconcierge.com is my email address. And there's actually a Facebook page up by that name, and an Instagram by that name, Done For You Concierge.com.
CONCIERGE. Yes? Maybe?
CONCIERGE. Yes.
Okay, that's good. We can say it about 5 times, and that way they'll hear it too.
So how to spell Braiuca or concierge, right?
One way or another, we'll figure it out.
To find
all good. So those links are in the chats. If you have any questions, go ahead and call Stacey, and yeah, absolutely get a hold of her, because she is an absolute rock star. I know, I've worked with her before, and I am blown away by the amount of stuff that she can do all at once, and still be thinking and cognizant and calm and going, oh yeah, you probably want to consider that too. And, oh yeah, right. Awesome.
It never stops. Never stops.
She's a machine, and it's awesome, and we love her for it. Cool. So any parting words or any last things, anything I should have asked you and I didn't?
Oh, no. I'll say the parting thought is this: if you can't automate it and get things automated so that you free up time, delegate it out to others or hire someone. You need to free up your time so that you also have self-care. That's a little hint into my ultimate mission. It's the secret mission, actually, to get people to take care of themselves.
Nice. I love it.
Yep.
Love it. So if you're used to doing events or things person to person, face to face, don't know how to get online, absolutely give Stacey a shout. Happy to help you out on that one. Happy to strategize with you. Happy to plan things out. Also take a look at the Global Lounge and become a part of the community, because that'll help you to wrap your head around how this whole thing works. So you don't have to worry about whether or not you're prepared to be online or not. If you're just curious about how to get online, there are a ton of different ways. No matter what you sell, no matter what you do, there is a way to make it happen. So get a hold of us at JVology. Go to JVology.com. If you want to get a hold of me, I'm available at partner@JVology.com, or Krista's at support@JVology.com. Partner. I'm just going to stop and think and talk at the same time. See, I, unlike Stacey, cannot walk and talk at the same time, but
well,
there you go.
you know, I think all of us have our limits. And
yes,
one of
when we
mine
call in the experts.
Speaking and whatever at the same time is challenging for me sometimes. So
clearly I can't speak and type at the same time. Awesome, Stacey. Well, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for being here and being such a huge support to our JV community. We love it. Love you.
This community is has become the heart connected to almost everything I do. I love the JVology Lounge, Global Lounge, and JVology live events. It really is a family, and we need family.
Absolutely,
we need family.
Yeah, it is a community unlike any other that I've ever come across, and it's I gotta believe it's all thanks to Jay Fazette and just the way he presents the way he is, and he brings out the best in people.
Yes.
He's got another JV Live coming up in September, so if you want to be a part of that, absolutely go to jvologylive.com. And
the giveaway.
Oh,
yeah. If I don't know if there's I bet it's sold out.
Which one?
People can't the giveaway.
Oh, the giveaway. Yes, the giveaway is sold out, and we will be nope. There's
you snoozed,
there might be one more. You might have to go in and see about that. So if you do have online products and services, you want to increase your lead generation, absolutely check out. Do you know the website for that one?
No, I don't know that I do.
Okay, go email me at partner@jvology.com. I'll email you the link.
Some of the best leads I've ever gotten.
Nice.
Or that giveaway. So
now there's a ton of stuff going on. Come and check us out, and absolutely like Jay Fazette at Facebook, which is really weird to say, but go and friend Jay, and then you'll find out everything that's going on. It's all good.
Always around.
Awesome. Okay, you have an awesome week, Stacey. It's been fun, and thanks.
Yep. See you later.
Okay. Have fun. Bye.